Did you know that cats can make more than 100 sounds while dogs can only make 10? Cats have a variety of ways of communicating with people and meow for a number of different reasons. Wouldn't it be interesting to know exactly what your cat is communicating to you? This idea sparked my interest when I came across a video on the internet of a dog communicating with her owner via buttons. The owner is a speech pathologist who trained her dog Stella to communicate over 80 words using these buttons. When Stella wants to go play at the beach, she presses buttons that say play and beach. I needed these buttons for my cat Benny. I went straight to Amazon and bought my first 4 buttons. $20 well spent. My buttons arrived and I quickly threw away the packaging away so Gregor, my live-in boyfriend, wouldn't ask me what I was doing. The buttons allow you to record what to say. So I decided to start with eat, outside, play, and pets. I set one in the kitchen, one by the front door, and the other 2 in the living room. It didn't take long for Gregor to see the buttons, so he reluctantly got involved. We decided to really hone in on the eat button at first because Benny loves to eat. When I say Benny loves to eat, I mean, just look at him. He's huge. I started to have some regrets buying the buttons because it seemed obvious Benny would constantly smash the eat button. However, I wasn't going to let this $20 go to waste. I pushed the eat button before feeding Benny every time so he would begin to associate the button with food. I wouldn't consider Benny to be the smartest of cats, so it took some time. Soon I began to pick up Benny's paw and place it on the eat button. He still wasn't catching on. Benny would go to the button, but wouldn't press it. Come on, Benny, push the button. Again, I would pick up his paw and set it down on the button. Eat. Yay, here's your treat, Benny. Benny started to catch on, but his laziness really showed through. Instead of pushing the button with his paw, he would just go over and lay down on the button and let his belly press eat. The regret really started to sink in now. Eat, eat, eat. I began to ask myself, what was the point of this, Lauren? You already knew Benny always wants to eat. You didn't need a button for Benny to communicate this. I tried to get Benny to use his other buttons like outside and play. No luck. Eat. Benny, I just fed you. Eat. Seriously, Benny, control yourself. Eat. Fine, I'm only going to give you a little bit. I asked Gregor, do you think we're going to be bad parents? Yes, he confirmed. Benny continues to use his eat button more than necessary. I indeed wasted $20 trying to communicate this way with Benny. Even though these buttons were a fun way to stay entertained during quarantine, I realized I can communicate with Benny without the buttons. When Benny slow blinks at me, I feel he's saying, I love you. When he makes biscuits in the blanket, he says, time to get comfy for a nap. When he purrs while I pet him, he says, yes, this is nice. And then when he bites me, it's a quick, stop touching me now. I laugh every time I hear, eat. Benny is a good communicator, even though all he wants to do is eat. If you spend time with your pet, you don't need to get fancy buttons to communicate with them. All your pet needs is your undivided attention and to eat. Madam Toastmaster, Mr. Toastmaster.